Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Hiley. I'm the founder of WATTever. It's an online energy saving service. So primarily we run an online comparison of all retailers, or a whole of market comparison service. But before we got onto basically how we do what these gentlemen are suggesting we do in terms of using that data and actually convincing consumers that that data is useful for them, I thought I'd just give a little bit of background about me since I haven't been in one of these forums before. So I've been in data analytics about 15 years, data warehousing architect, and I moved into the energy space from a personal level in about 2008 when I bought an electric motorcycle. Since then I bought a couple more EVs, I've raced them, I've got a 10 kilowatt solar on my roof, I've got battery storage I installed myself, I build fast chargers. I'm not an electrical engineer, but I've dabbled enough not to kill myself. But I basically have done all the things that I explain to our users on our website that is valuable to them, whether that be to add solar, to find a better plan, to optimise the tariff they're on, etc. So with our service, our goal was really to use all that data and knowledge, and if anyone's ever been to our website, you can freely browse around a very rich set of retail pricing information, from solar feed-in tariffs to usage charges. The whole gamut is on there, and we also make that available through subscription services to retailers. So fundamentally, we are a whole of market comparison service for home and small business for every state and territory of the country. Every retailer that's out there, even a few that are pseudo retailers, we also have as well. We want to move people towards ongoing savings, so we want to move them onto things like solar and storage, maybe some other technologies or some behaviours that can make more permanent savings for them rather than purely switch from one retailer to another. We certainly support that, but as I know myself, the only way to make real genuine savings and get lower energy costs is to make more permanent changes than that. As I said, we offer pricing analytics data services to a number of the major retailers in the country, and we're the largest publisher of retail electricity pricing data, so you can freely go along, click the compare link on the top menu, we can browse around all the pricing information from across the country. So what's our perspective on this? I guess we started the idea that we would take a customer first view to what we've delivered with our service. So what that means is we give customers a maximum choice, so we give them all retailers. So yes, we are a commercial operator, however we have all retailers' electricity plans that are publicly available, published. They're there for any consumer in Australia to look up and do comparisons with. We value solar if you have solar. If anyone's used any of the major, one of the major government sites, that doesn't happen. They also don't support concessions. We do those things because my data background says that's the right thing to do to support as many people as we possibly can. And as I said before, we want to share bigger saving opportunities beyond just switching from one retailer to another. There's plenty of switching companies out there. We know who they are. They're not really adding a lot of value to the overall industry. But there's a weak link. The problem for us and for a lot of other people who are working in this space who really like to leverage the data, leverage information about people's behaviour and their usage and solar export, is getting to the detail. So the problem at the moment is poor energy data access. So when people come and use our service, they basically rely on their last bill to go and complete a comparison. So they go in there and they say it's a 91-day bill, which is fairly standard. But what we really need to do is give them 12 months worth of usage data. Someone came to me yesterday, had entered in a 21-day bill in the middle of summer and says, "This looks like a really good plan." I'm like, yes, because you're exporting a lot, you're hardly using anything, and in winter, because I actually completed a comparison 6 months ago, it was the reverse. So we really need to have a 12 months worth of detailed usage history, which is what the CDR is one of the things that it's driving at. We need that to give people accurate information. Not just to do comparisons, but if we want to recommend someone switch from a time of use tariff to an anytime tariff, because it'll make a certain saving, or we recommend a certain solar size, we need that detailed information. However we can get that, whether it's through a WATTevers device, through their commercial partners like Solar Analytics, or from advanced metering we have. If we want to provide accurate results, we need that to come through. Equally, the other thing that's very important around doing those comparisons is users want to be able to compare against their current plan. And in a lot of cases, a lot of people's plans are what I call a legacy plan. It's not currently available. I signed up with a 28% discount. The best plan in the market's now 32 or 45 or something rather different from the same retailer. So it's hard for someone to compare their exact plan that they're currently on over a 1 year period to actually work out, is it worth switching? So in this area of confusion, someone answers a 21-day bill in summer and something else in winter, they come back to me and say, I don't know where to go. Well, if I had better data for you and I could make it easier for you to give that to me to then help you out, I would certainly support that. So the net result of the current situation for us is less accuracy and less relevance. So how can we do this better? So the key thing, as I was saying before, is we need 12 months worth of usage and solar history easily available. So everyone's talked about, can we get this information on someone's bill? Can we put it in a QR code? Can I get it out of a retailer portal? Yes to every one of those. Whatever it makes easier for a consumer to go and say, is it worth me changing retailer to save money? Is it worth me adding solar? Is storage the right thing to do? On our website at the moment, you can go in there, complete a comparison, and there's an option there to see how much, if you put a 5 kilowatt solar system in, how much is that going to save me? You can even do that with battery. You can put a 5 kilowatt hour system in. How much will that save me? $100 a year. Okay, maybe it's not quite ready for battery. So we need to give people the tools to actually work out financially, at least, environmentally as well, what are the right choices for the consumers to take. The benefit of this is it allows consumers to take a longer term view. If you wanted to take that short-term 21-day view, that person will be changing retailer every 3 to 6 months, which would be a waste of their time and probably money. We also want to take that data and use that to personalise the savings. So when we give someone a recommendation, as I said, we take their solar into account, we take their concessions into account. All the things that we can readily get from the consumer that they're happy to provide to us, we will leverage those to give them better recommendations. The other thing we offer currently now and can do better with more data would be, we actually have a service called Deal Tracker, which does ongoing plan monitoring. So you enter a usage profile and then we go and track that plan. So you tell us, for example, you're on a particular plan. We track that plan every month, and if you can save more than a nominated amount, by default it's $200, but you can change that, we'll send you a simple alert notification and tell you if there's a better deal in the market and how much savings that would be. It's an alert service. We don't do any switching out of that. It's a free service for households. We charge a subscription fee for businesses for that. But having a broad amount of information rather than just that quarterly, whatever was on my bill, if I have a whole year's worth, then obviously any recommendations we give to customers about whether they should switch or not will be more accurate, which is obviously what we're trying to do. So that's the end of the presentation. Look forward to your questions after. Thank you.